that they are living holy lives, that they will not fall dead in the presence of church. Amen. Because of living the wrong way. And so, this is what happened. And when it happened, fear came on the church. And I don't know whether it was a reverential fear or a horrifying fear that maybe I'm not right, or maybe I should be doing better, or but however the fear was, fear gripped the church. And now people are, and let's move on. Let's see what happened to the second party, because it's one thing for him to go, but he gives the wife an opportunity to change. So can I get somebody to read, start from there and go all the way down to about 10?
And it was about the space of 3 hours after, when his wife, not knowing what was done, came in. And Peter answered unto her, Tell me whether you sold the land for so much. And she said, Yea, for so much.
So she had an opportunity to say, well, where's my husband? But she didn't. She, said, it was in there. Okay.
Then Peter said unto her, How is it that you have agreed together to tempt the Spirit of the Lord? Behold, the feet of them which have buried thy husband are at the door, and shall carry thee out.
What?
Then fell she down straightway at his feet, and yielded up the ghost. And the young men came in, and found her dead, and carried her forth, buried her by her husband. And great fear came upon all the church, and upon as many as heard these things.
Wow. On one hand, the gentleman had gotten healed there in the church, was able to walk. On the other hand, they began to tempt or lie to the Holy Spirit. And either one brought attention. It brought attention.
It went from one extreme to the next.
One extreme to the next. But the main thing is, the seriousness of serving the Lord. The serious, and people don't, and maybe it's just me, but to me, people don't take it serious anymore. They just like, well, God knows my heart.
And that's what I have issues with. This thing is nothing to play with.
No,
This
sir.
is nothing to, he's nobody to play with.
No.
And I think it was a little bit of both reverential fear to get yourself together.
Yes.
And a fear that you know that I'm God.
Amen.
I'm God.
Amen. Yeah.
Amen. And that's because it's a lot of compromising going on inside church.
A lot of compromising.
Yes.
A whole lot of
I
compromising.
mean, people just, they don't have the reverential fear they used to. They do anything, say anything, have no, especially for the house of God.
None whatsoever. You're absolutely right. Yes, ma'am.
I agree with everything they said, especially with the reverence, because a lot of times from what I'm seeing, just within my own generation, age group of people, you know better, and it's not like we haven't heard. Okay, so we're not even mentioning how we were brought up, like we were given and we moved on from that. At this point, now we know better. We've come to church 1 or 2 times. We've had that grandmother that's given us that word, or that uncle, or that aunt. So we know, and we're still consciously, on purpose, making the same choices. So there's no longer that reverence, and there's no that. There once was a time where like a big mama would, she didn't play that. Like you knew better, and even though you would go out her house and do whatever you wanted to do, when you set foot on her yard, there was a certain way that you behaved. You checked whatever it was that you weren't supposed to be doing at the door, because you had respect for big mama or whoever. But now there's no one that does that checking, no matter what. That's consistent, and like I'm not having that. You're not going to do that here. Period. Like there's no.
That's it. And believe it or not, people want to be chastised. People want to be corrected.
Because people generally want to be put in order.
Yeah.
But if nobody tell them, then they don't have to do it. I remember when I was growing up, and if you ran in the church,
No running.
right there, switch. this is the house of God. Sit down somewhere and be still. You ain't.
Glory to
You
God.
know, and you train them as this right here.
Yes.
You know, if you ain't got to use the bathroom, sit still.
Mhm.
You know, and like Tiffany said, you got and the mother leaders, they will check that at the front door.
Amen.
And it was okay, like we.
Yeah.
Because you helping to raise,
Yes.
you helping to
Yes.
rear, helping to rear and to raise.
Yes.
Because I remember in the neighborhood, I come home, I was coming from school, threw my report card in the wood, in the bushes, I was out in the day grade. I'm outside playing, we got a hickory bush in the front yard. They brought the report card, I'm outside playing, they brought the report card to mom. I ain't paying no attention, mom's coming, boy. Where your report card? I didn't get it, what's this? So, from the neighborhood to the house.
Yeah. And I like what Sister Tiffany was saying. You know, a lot of times now, people don't want you to say nothing to their children.
That's it right there.
Lord have
And,
mercy.
they don't want you to say. And a long time ago, there used to be an old African proverb that says it take a village to raise a child.
Yes.
But now you say something to somebody's child, and like, wait a minute, oh no, So, but then there's a way to say it.
There's a way, and you have to, because I couldn't nothing. I got it on the street, and before I got home, I got it again. So that's how neighborhood, and in church, you had the mother leaders. Before you do it, they done told you not to do it.
Yeah,
Sure
oh
enough.
yeah, there was no problem.
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, just piggybacking on what they were saying, and reverencing God, the house of the Lord, but anyway, in respect, I remember my grandmother, they had just built projects in Mount Airy in the 70s, early 70s, and anyway, my grandfather had gotten one, but anyway, one of the apartments down from them was a drink house, and so people would go there and drink, and they would have to walk by my grandmother's house to get where they were going, and she was sitting on the porch, and they come walking by, they'd either cross up on the other side of the street, or either when they walk by, they would straighten up, and they would say, "Hey, Miss Ida, how you doing?" She was always nice to them. She would offer them something to eat. She'd offer them something to drink, but she was still witness to them.
That's right.
But
But
they
you know,
gave her much
You
respect.
talk about that, and we left church Sunday and had to stop at Food Line to get needed something for dinner. And there was a man do you remember that man? And I said something to you. Kenneth had on his suit, and I had on my dress. We just left here. And there was a man who was coming up the aisle. He had beer in his hand, and he said, he's just standing there, and he stops, and he was like, "You all go right ahead. Go right ahead. Have a blessed day." And I'm like, "Kenneth, really? That's a little extra. He's got the beer."
I mean, he was like, he was jumping like this. He said, he did like he was big, put the beer back in.
And so then we get in the checkout line, and Kenneth goes to get the card, and Kenneth turns around and walks away, and Kenneth said, "I'm gonna get the card, honey." And the man said, "You have a nice day." And I said, and I'm getting my change, and I told the girl, I said, "Have a blessed afternoon, And the man says, "Ma'am, you take care, you have," and I'm like, "Kenneth, that man was trying, I said, but he knows.
He was raised in church.
Exactly. And he spotted you.
Yes.
But it's just funny, because people do that. They will, but it doesn't happen at the house of God anymore.
The reverence. But we pray that the reverence will come back into the house of God, and nobody will fall dead for it to come back. That we will humble ourselves, and we will welcome His presence in. Y'all, let's finish up this here. Let's go. Let's see if we can finish this up. If I can get somebody to, because this is good. This is really, really, really good. Go from where she dropped off at. I think it's 12.
Yes, ma'am.
And go to 17. This is good. Somebody pick up right there.
And by the hands of the apostles were many signs and wonders wrought among the people. And they were all with one accord in Solomon's porch. And of the rest durst no man join himself to them, but the people magnified them. And believers were the more added to the Lord multitudes, both of men and women, inasmuch that they brought forth the sick into the streets, and laid them on beds and couches, that at the least the shadow of Peter passing by might overshadow and some of them. There came also a multitude out of the cities round about into Jerusalem, bringing sick folks, and them which were vexed with unclean spirits, and they were healed every one.
Amen. Go ahead and read that last
Then the
part.
high priest rose up, and all they that were with him, which is the sect of the Sadducees, and were filled with indignation.
Okay, we know what indignation means.
Jealousy.
Yes. They were raw, they were upset because of what was happening. But the key thing is to remember what they were teaching and how they were administering the kingdom. Another thing, and another thing that I wanted to share too, is that in this particular